November 19 had seen the Australian cruiser under command of Captain Joseph Burnett, approximately 112 nautical miles west of Shark Bay, en route to Fremantle, following routine escort duty to the Sunda Strait. The day was clear, visibility extreme, the seas slight on a medium swell. Shortly before 4 p.m. Western Standard Time, an unknown merchant vessel is sighted on the horizon, bearing north-northeast at a distance of 12 miles. Within moments, however, the mystery ship would abruptly alter course to the west, away and into the setting sun, all the while increasing speed as if to make good an escape. Sydney would now set a course to intercept, all the while challenging for identification via light and flag signals. Flying Dutch colours, the stranger would respond by hoisting the signal PKQI, identifying herself as an Allied merchant freighter, the Straat Malacca, out of Batavia in the Dutch East Indies. She was anything but. Beneath the innocent facade was the Kriegsmarine's largest, newest, and most heavily armed commerce raider, or Hilfskreuzer. At a massive 9,000 tons, armament consisted of 6 5.9-inch guns, 2 37mm anti-tank guns, plus 5 20mm autocannons. 6 21-inch torpedo tubes were fitted, while down aft were carried around 360 sea mines. By November 19, the Hilfskreuzer Cormoran had been at large for 352 days, sinking 75,000 tons of Allied shipping in the process. Her commander was the brilliant and ambitious 39-year-old German Theodor Detmers. Hard, practical, and experienced, he went by the maxim, "There are no impossible situations, it is just a question of people." His people, in this case, consisted of 400 officers and men, rigorously trained and highly disciplined, veterans of a year at sea, undetected and undefeated. Knowing his only possible chance lay with engagement at close quarters, Detmers would now deliberately fumble his flag signals, all the while buying time, and more importantly, space, as Sydney, inexplicably, would steam up and ever closer. On Cormoran's bridge, Detmers would turn to his first officer and ask, "Should we scuttle or fight?" To which came back the reply, "We can die only once, Captain." Within 10 seconds of running up the German battle ensign, Cormoran's guns spew forth in concert. Accurate, withering fire from her starboard Pack 36 anti-tank gun smashing through Sydney's bridge and director tower. The main armament, meanwhile, engages the cruiser's forward gun turrets, while 20mm cannon viciously rake her decks. In response, Sydney unleashes a full 8-gun 6-inch broadside at point-blank range. A lethal salvo, which for reasons unknown, passes harmlessly over the raider. The miss would prove fatal. Detmers would now bring his torpedoes squarely to bear on the enemy. Seconds later, a 600-pound high-explosive hexanite warhead slams into Sydney, just forward of A turret, ripping a massive, fatal wound into her port bow. Nonetheless, her aft turrets fight on under local control, accurate fire smashing into Cormoran's engine room, initiating a furious blaze from which the German ship would never recover. Both ships in extremis, the Australian cruiser would now lurch inexplicably to port, close under Cormoran's stern, before limping away, hapless and shattered, towards the distant coast. The entire action had taken less than an hour.